Hello, good afternoon. This is Bonnie, and I come to you with my first ever podcast. I hope it actually makes it to be a podcast. I want to do this because I think it'd be a great opportunity for me to talk about some of the things that I go through and some of the things that you might go through that you might think it's just you, or maybe my 2 cents will help you. So, the one thing I want to talk about today is actually getting started. So for me, this is a very big thing. This is starting a podcast and being able to be in front of a camera and just doing it is one of the biggest things and one of the biggest opportunities for me because it's been so hard to just get started. And not hard because I've been busy, not hard because I don't have the resources, or it's because I am so lazy and I am such a procrastinator that I take forever to finish anything, nonetheless to start it. So the reason I wanted to do this was because I know that I'm not the only one, and there's lots of people out there that actually like to try new things, yet they don't try anything. There's lots of people that like the outdoors, yet they never go outside. They love pictures on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. They love things online, but yet they never do them. And I'm one of those, and I think I'm the worst because not only do I like stuff like that, I go out and purchase microphones and purchase certain things, and yet don't do anything with them. So I thought maybe you know what? Let's go ahead and get started. Put the bullshit away, put all that bullshit aside, and just get to it. So, um, one of the things that really got me to just set everything up, and it's just I bought a mic, like I said. I've had it here for about a month or two. I wanted to do the podcast. I wanted to talk about business and all this stuff because I wanted to inspire people or whatnot. But really, the truth is, I'm not a businessman. I'm not this entrepreneur or anything. It's just I like to try new things, or I wish I can try new things, and I wish I actually tried new things. The only thing is that I actually just would like to do that, and I never do it. So, the podcast is one of the biggest things that I've been trying to do. One of my biggest role models does this, and he's absolutely great at it. He's actually also a marketing guru, and I'm in marketing, so I guess that's why I started doing this. But the focus, or the main focus for this video or this podcast, if you're listening to me, is to just get started. We have a lot of things that we love to do, like sit around and watch TV or Netflix or on our phones. But those really are not things that we love to do. Really, those are just distractions. Those are just habits that we have to just pass time. And to be quite honest with you, I've found myself doing less and less of this as time goes by. I used to be not very fit. I used to be not very financially stable. I used to be not very nice to people. I just used to be a very lonely and not too social and whatever kind of guy. And I'm pretty sure I wasn't people's favorite at a certain point. I wasn't a dick either, and I wasn't one of those people that like to shit on people or hate on people. But I did a bit of that. But as I go on and I listen to some of these people like Bill Gates and all these other bigger personalities, I learned that there's nothing that's gonna happen, and nothing will ever happen if you just sit down and wait for the world to come to you. So what I started doing was I started going to the gym. I started going, out with more friends. I actually you put a little bit more effort into my relationship, and everything has been going a lot better. And it's because I just got up and did it. If you are just trying to sit back and you're just trying to let the world come to you and ask you if you want $1 billion and ask you if you want a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I'm sorry to tell you, and I really don't like to give out bad news, but it's not gonna happen. It's really not gonna happen. They're not gonna knock at your door. You're not gonna receive a text. You're not gonna get a retweet. You're not gonna get a message on Facebook. It's not gonna happen. Unless you go out there and you put the work, unless you go out there and look for it and you go get it, then it's gonna happen. One of the biggest things for me was to eliminate all excuses. I think, and I think we all are, the best excuse makers in the world. I think that if we can prevail in anything, and if we can really stand out with anything, is building excuses, making excuses. I know that for me, I come from a world that excuses are very, very common. And it's very easy for excuses to just go and take us to places where we really don't want to be. My biggest excuse was that I didn't have money. That was really actually one of the biggest excuses that I used to tell my girlfriend whenever she wanted to do anything or she wanted to go out. I used to say I don't have money. When in fact I did have money, I just didn't want to waste it in $20 at Applebee's or $15 at the movies. I just didn't want to do that, and I had a great excuse. And I think that's something that a lot of people do. I know men do that to be with women. Only when they want to be with those women. Oh, well, I'm busy at work, or I'm not going to be in town, or whatever. They come up with the biggest excuses. And I think that's what happens to all of us. We love to come up with excuses. And not only do we come up with those excuses to tell the people we don't want to spend time with, to tell the people that we don't want to buy certain things, we become a trap, and we trap ourselves in those excuses. And the worst thing starts happening, and that's we start believing our own excuses. And that's when you become a pro at doing these things. I actually want to go back and become a rookie at these excuses. I want to be so bad at making excuses that people can just call me out on my bullshit. That's just an excuse. I want to be that bad at coming up with excuses. Fortunately, I've been working at this, and I've been trying to avoid all excuses, but I still have them. I still come up with excuses, and we all become great excuse tellers, So if we took a minute and we kind of just sat back and understood what we really want, what we really wished for, I think a lot of us would go a lot further. I know that a few of my friends want to go into certain fields, and they feel like, well, it's because this happened and that happened, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happened. What matters is what you're doing now, and what you're gonna do after that to go get whatever you want. There's people that want to go into criminal justice. There's people that want to go into nursing. There's people that want to go into business. There's people that want to go into all sorts of stuff, but yet they find so many excuses. And I think the biggest one is time. I don't have time for that. I didn't have time to go here. I didn't have time to go there. But yet we always find the time to do what we actually want to do, right? So, and this is not something that I came up with. This is not something that I fawned upon or whatnot. It's something that is true. It's something that a lot of people have said before, and it's something that I've listened for a while now from all these people. And I encourage you guys to listen to these people that actually know what they're talking about. I'm listening to them, and this is why I'm here now. Talking on this podcast and making this video, because I listen to Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, I listen to Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, all these people, and all these people have one thing in common, and it's not money, it's dedication. That's what these people have in common. Because before they became a billionaire, before they became a millionaire, before they became this successful persona, they were hard as working people. They did not believe in weekends. in vacation, in anything but work and hard work. These people were in the trenches, and some of them are still in the trenches. They still go out and work, and they love to do these things. And that's what amazes me. That's what really, really, really puts that fire under my feet and wants and makes me want to do these things. And what I want to do is make sure that you have goals, and you have realistic goals, not just I want to be a millionaire and sit back and look at what you're doing, how many things you're gonna try, or how much money you got so far. Try doing something that you like. Try doing something that you love, and try to look at the way that you can monetize it. Like I said, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not a millionaire. I don't make millions of dollars. I'm not an athlete. I'm not anything but a regular human being with the same problems and same circumstances as a lot of people do, as a lot of people have. And I just think that, I just thought actually that putting something like this together and sending it out to you, that you can actually do this, that you can do this, that you will do this, might help you. I'm doing it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not some rich dude. I'm not some athlete. I'm not a model on Instagram or anything. I'm not a model on Facebook. I'm not a rich man from San Francisco. I'm not no athlete or NBA player or NFL player. I don't play any sort of sport. I don't have any advantages at all. I don't have a big following on any social media platform. I don't even have a Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I had TikTok for like maybe a day and a half. And that was because one of these role models said, get on TikTok, and I got on TikTok. So I'm not trying to ask this massive following of mine because I have none. All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give you my 2 cents. I want to consider myself a smart guy, but then once again, I don't have any advantage on whoever's listening. I am not a straight A. I was never a straight A student. I don't read Bibles, and I don't read encyclopedias. I don't read thousands of books a month or a year. I just started reading a few weeks ago. But once again, it is because I want to keep growing. I want to get educated. I want to know how to take the right steps. I'm only 26 years old, and I feel like I've gone quite far so far in this race of life. And not because I got myself a shelter or a vehicle. It's because I think that I've reached a place where I'm happy, where I can start doing what I want to do because I want to do it, not because not and I'm not trying to do something because I have to do it. If not, some shit is gonna happen to me or whatnot. I think we all have the ability to do that. And one of the things that I really, really like to tell people that are around me is there is no worse blind person than someone that doesn't want to see than a deaf person that does not want to hear. And I would listen to that from my dad, actually. He was the first person that I heard this from. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that want to do so many things. They want to get fit. They want to get rich. They want to get smart. They want to get all this. They want to be great at something, but yet they don't want to do it. And it's not because they don't know how to do it. They know what it takes. It's just they don't do it. And that's the reason for this podcast, this video, however you're consuming this. If there's anybody out there, I know now there's none, but if you stumble upon this thing, just get going. There's people out there that have one foot and they have one leg and they have a prosthetic leg and they're running marathons. That's actually one of the reasons why I started going to the gym, because I saw these people that are, missing limbs, but yet they're out there lifting weights. They're lifting more than what I can lift. There's people that have limbs missing like a leg, and they're out there running marathons. I have both my legs, I have both my arms, I have every single organ in my body that's supposed to be where it's, I hope that it's where it's supposed to be. And I'm a healthy person, and yet I'm here. I am slowing down every day, making myself fatter, making myself unhealthy every single day, or so I was. Now I changed the way I think, and I go out there. I want to go to the gym at least 5 times a week. I try to do all sorts of things that can help me. And of course, I run and I eat healthier. That's also one of the things that I want to do for myself is eat healthy, because I want to live a healthy life in every sort of way, physical, spiritual, mental. So everything that I can do to have a healthy life and a happy life, that's what I want to do. But I also want to share it with people. Even if it's just one person, it might not even reach that one person. It might even just stay around with me. So even if it's just me, if I'm going to be the only one listening to this, hey, dude, you're doing an okay job. Make sure that you keep doing what you're doing. Make sure that you keep up with what you're doing. And don't get lazy. Don't get discouraged if one day you're too sore to keep going. Don't get discouraged if one day you have to pay for a bill that you can't afford, and you have to, go out there and get a loan, whatever. If there's something that's happening to you, and if there's something that is really putting you back, remember that you're still alive. No one's dead. I hope no one's dead. You're okay, and you can get through it. You can really, really get through it. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. It doesn't matter how hard it can get. Remember that you can get through this, and you've done it so far. I mean, you've gotten this far. There's nothing that's stopping you. The only one person that's stopping you is yourself. So get to it. Make sure that what you do is what you want to do. Enjoy what you're doing, and that's also another thing that I've learned from these people. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy what the process of doing it, and make sure that you measure your efforts. Measure how you're doing, and measure. There's a lot of things that I do, that I used to do, like not looking at the clock when I was getting ready. Not getting on a weight until or a scale, because I wanted to lose weight, but I didn't want to get on the scale until I went another week or 2 weeks. I think now that I hear from these people, and that I come back and think about it, that's the stupidest thing. That's the stupidest thing ever. I mean, you need to know how you're doing. So if you go to the gym 2-3 days and you feel good, and you get on that scale and you're fatter, or I'm heavier, that means that I'm doing something wrong. If what I want to do is get thinner or lose weight, then I need to change what I'm doing. It might not even be that I'm eating bad. It might just be that I'm building muscle, and muscle is heavier than fat. So make sure that you know where you're going. If it's making money, I gotta go back. Okay, I go here from 3 to 5. I make $7.25 an hour. Then this is the money that I can get. Okay, can I get more hours? Can I get overtime? Can I get a second job? So think about it. Make sure that you measure your efforts. Make sure that you think about what you're doing, and don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to question yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things that has happened to me. And another thing is getting uncomfortable. You need to get uncomfortable. It wasn't comfortable for all these people when they were going through those trenches, and when they were trying to hit it hard. So why would it be any easier on any of us that are gonna try it? And also, the last thing, I wanna reach out to people, and I wanna talk to people. I want to know what they think. I want to know what they feel, or why is it that they do not do what they're supposed to do. And I actually want to do something different as well, and that's talking to people that actually did it. I want to talk to those people that have businesses. I really do feel like the story matters. It wasn't just a dude that was trying to put, you know, items online to sell them. It was this dude that wanted to sell books online, and now he's the richest man on earth. It wasn't just about some dude that thought, changing a stock for money, or buying and selling a stock was great. It was a person that went in at 6 years old, bought a six pack of Coca Colas for a quarter, and started selling each soda for 10 or 15 cents. This is something that these are the stories. These are people that actually like what they're doing. And I know that there's lots of things that happen, and there's lots of circumstances, and everybody's life is a lot different than everybody else's. But I think that the core purpose should be the same, and that's to be happy. That's to be better than we were before. And leaving, this place a little bit better than how we found it. So I want to talk to, actually, I want to talk to business people. I want to talk to people that have businesses, or people that play sports, that, thought they weren't going to make it, and now they're in, varsity at their freshman year in high school, or, they are starters at the university of whatever, or, what, I used to sell dirt and I'm a bazillionaire. I want to talk to those people. So if this reaches you, and you think you can't do this, or you think that I'll try this tomorrow, just quit the excuses. Give yourself a shot to be happy. Give yourself a shot to be fulfilled. And I think you can really, really, really appreciate it once you make yourself happy, and you don't go and try to like or hashtag away on social media to see what can make you happy. So thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time to give me the chance to come to you. This might not even be something that you might share, but if you do, please, please, please share this with your friends. And if you have a story, it doesn't have to be a great story where you fight dragons. If it's your story, I want to hear it. I want to talk to you. Thank you for everything, and hope to hear from someone.